Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy back again with a new video. Hope you guys enjoy. It's Wednesday, so we're going through all our NRL fantasy top 3 players of last weekend. Then we're going through the team list and we'll go through how my team looks for the weekend. So we got 2 grand final opportunities this week. Hopefully we get at least one of them. It's going to be a tough game for both of them, but you know, we'll see how we go. So like we did last week, we got top 3 fantasy performers of the weekend. So Angus Crichton with 101 points, Nat Butcher with 90 points, and Big Nelson Asofa Solomona playing on the edge mostly at the moment now, 83 points. So crazy game from Angus Crichton, 101 points. Crazy. That's crazy weekend for him. But without further ado, let's get straight into the team list. All right, first game of the weekend, we got the Broncos and the Eels, and not much really to talk about with big changes and stuff in these lineups, other than Ryan James playing 13, which is a very weird one for the Broncos. I would still have Kobe Hetherington at 13. Other than that, you know, with the Eels, pretty much top to bottom from their team that smacked the Bulldogs last week, and the Broncos got smacked by the Storm last week. So for me on this one, I got the Eels 1-12. I think the Broncos got to bounce back, and hopefully they come up with a good attitude. And then, you know, it's at Suncorp too. So, but I think the Eels probably want to keep that form all the way going into the finals. So I'm going Eels 1-12. Game of the weekend, just jokes. Here's Panthers versus Wars, and with the Panthers team top to bottom, pretty much the same team coming into the weekend. Nothing too crazy to write home about here. With the Wars, we got Eli Katoa coming in off the bench with a late withdrawal. I'm guessing from Ewan Aiken, which is really, really, I hope he's all good. Josh Curran finally starting. He should have been starting like 3 weeks ago, but who knows? He might have had an injury. I could be completely wrong, but you know, it is what it is. We got Ben Murdoch-Masila coming onto our bench because of that change. And anything else there? I like this team. I really do. I think we shore up our defense there with Chanel as well. It's good to have him back, but RC has been really good for us as well, so who knows. With the Panthers, obviously coming off their big win against the Rabbits last week. Not big, but like 2 points. It was a massive game, and they played really, really well. Still playing without Nathan Cleary. Jerome Luai comes back off injury. So I'm going to go you know me, man. You see by everything over here. I'm a Waz. So Waz 1-12, but the smart pick probably, Panthers 13 plus. Next game, we got the Storm versus the Roosters. And first of all, with the Storm, we pretty much got the same team as last week. As I said, Brendan Smith starting in 13 role. I really like that. Cameron Murray is named at the 6, but we saw last week he was playing a lot of 1 either way, so it's going to be a good squad there. With the Roosters, coming off that massive win last week, 70 to 6, wasn't it? 70 to 4. I don't know, it was crazy score. Pretty much top to bottom. Joey Manu looking in great form. James Tedesco in great form. Luke Keary had one of his better games last week, so I expect that to come, continue on. I got the... Oh, this is going to be tough. I think I got the Storm 1-12, but, you know, the Roosters been in really good form, so maybe Roosters, but I'll go Storm 1-12 in this one. Next game, we got the Raiders versus Seagulls, and with the Raiders last week, you know, first half didn't look too amazing against the Knights. Coming back and actually winning that game, I don't know if the Knights just didn't turn up in the second half. The Seagulls, coming off last week where been in the last couple of weeks, they've just been struggling. So, Ruben Garrick out. Still no Jake Trbojevic and all that. It's going to be a really struggle of a game against the Raiders here. Great names here. We got Vega. You know, he killed it in preseason. He was that one that took that massive bomb catch and ran, 50 meters for a try. Gola is playing in that fullback position. So that's good to see there. I'm excited to see how he goes. Raiders, top to bottom, pretty much very similar to last week. I'm going to say the same as last week. I think the Raiders are going to do this one. They have to if they want to get that top 8 spot. So I think they're going to come out fast and heavy. I'm going to go Raiders 1-12. Next game, we got the Sharks versus Bulldogs. And the Sharkies last week continuing in that great form that they had going in through the last couple of weeks of the season. They've been pretty much, premiership threats for most of the year. I'm really excited to see how they go in this game. Lockie Miller is getting that fullback role, which is exciting for Lockie. He's been really, really, really good on the wing. And he played amazing at fullback last couple of weeks. If you got him in fantasy, well done. The Bulldogs last week did not go the way they wanted to, but with players like, Kyle Flanagan, Matt Burton, Jake Averillo and all that, they're probably going to give this a really good crack, especially off the big scoreline last week. But I got the Sharks Sharks 1-12. Next game, we got the Rabbits versus the Cowboys. And the Rabbits coming off that really, close loss against the Panthers. They played freaking, out of their skin in that game and just still couldn't get it done. I do like the change that Isaac Thompson comes in that wing spot. I don't agree with any of the people that are death threats on that, on Jackson Bolo. That's some low stuff, man. You can have an opinion on a person. For me, I don't think he's first grade ready right now. I've always said that. But, to go and message the guy and death threat him and all that sort of stuff, it's just footy, man. We do forget this is just a sport. This is a game. Yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, Isaac Thompson's a really good fit there. Really strong running winger. Excited to see how he goes. Cody Nikorima at 14, which is exciting for him as well. With the Cowboys, obviously slapping my wires last week. Looking really controlling, but no Tommy Dearden coming towards the end of the season, which sucks for Tommy. So we got Hammer at the fullback, and we got Drinkwater at 6. So I got Hammer still in my squad. Just been sitting there in my reserves for a little bit, so maybe this could be time I could play him somewhere. We'll have to see how we go. But in this one, I got the Rabbits 1-12. I think they're just going to be able to do the Cowboys here. They're a little bit disjointed. First game on your Sunday, we got the West Tigers versus the Dragons, and the West Tigers obviously getting beat by 70. I know how that feels being a Wars fan, but it does suck, and it's really, really bad. I don't really see how they go from here. A couple of changes, I guess, but by the looks of it, it's all pretty much the same, so it is what it is. Faimanu Brown playing 13 doesn't make sense to me. The Tigers just do this all the time. There's so many weird moves. With the Dragons anyway, the Dragons are coming off that win against the Titans last week, and it was a really, really high-scoring game. Hopefully they can bring down those scores and put a big margin on some teams, but it just feels like sometimes they can't get away from that 1-12 contest. But I'm pretty sure they got 13 plus last week. But anyway, I like the Dragons as one. I think our Dragons are going to go 13 plus here. And last game of the weekend, we got the Titans versus the Knights. So the Titans last week performed okay. They brought it, they were in and out of the contest they kind of were to start the season. The Dragons, they just got it done at the end there. But this team, I enjoy the look of it. See, my honest opinion, if they really want Dave Fafita at 13 next year, may as well start him now. May as well get him in that position now and work for it. That's the rumors. They want him at 13. Get him in there now. See how he goes. With the Knights struggling, as always, started so well last week, and then it went to, so that sucks for them. I've got the Titans 1-12 in this one. I just want to see the Titans really get a nice win. Coming towards the end of their season. So round 23, we got 933 points overall, and our overall score is 18,609. So we're sitting about 15,000th in Australia, in fantasy at the moment, which is, okay. From where we were before to where we are now is crazy. So coming with that, we got 2 wins in both our league games. So we're both in grand final matchups, or coming up to grand final matchups. Yeah, grand final matchups. Thick Daddy is going to be a decent matchup. He's been the best team in this comp for all year. And same with my other matchup in my other league, which is going to be a struggle here. So Mick Channing has been the top guy in this league for a while. Went 15-0 in our league. So it's going to be exciting to see how we go. But we have been pushing really hard the last couple of weeks with a couple of really decent scores. And hopefully we continue that on. So with the team, obviously, we had Nico Hines with 160 on a captain. Great game from him. Dave Fafita continuing on form with 71. Munster with 63. Kiri with 49. Awesome. Harry Grant was 75 up top there. And on our bench, everyone's sitting around the 30s and 40s. So that's not too bad at all. Coming into this weekend, as I said before, we could be looking at someone like a Hammer that's going to be playing fullback. It could be a really interesting move to bring in for Bolle. But, that's a really risky move. So I don't know if I do it. I'll comment down below what you think of that move. I'm excited to see how we go. Pretty much same team coming into the weekend. I'm really excited. James Tedesco, Scotty Drinkwater, all been amazing for me this season. Nico Hines been my buy from the start of the season. Isaac Tungo and Suwali both been great for me towards the end of the season. I know 31's not crazy last week, but Suwali still looked damaging as ever. Luke Keary and Munster, 49 and 63 from last week. Great games from them. Hopefully they continue it on. Tohu, Dave Fafita, all those sort of boys, all the forwards up front. I'm excited to see how we go this week. hopefully all of these got really key matchups. Payne Haas should be stepping up here. Players like Jason Tamalolo should be warming up for the finals. And yeah, hopefully I'm really thinking of getting Hammer in that squad. So we'll see how we go. This is how the team goes for the weekend. Wish me luck, boys. We are going for the finals. So get excited, man. If we get both grand finals up, it would be crazy. That'll just make my year. It hasn't been the best year all year until now. So get excited. Ride the wave. We're going to video next week, next Wednesday. Appreciate all you guys, all you subscribers. Thank you for the support. Peace out.